Hey guys, Mike Adleski here. Gonna do a video on hooking, huh? How's that sound? Not talking about the hook grip, but how to get hooked on my Herbalife. All you gotta do is buy my fucking tapes and come to my seminar. It's gonna cost you about $1,000, and I'll show you how to make a green shake. And then I'll give you a wrap. You know, you wrap it around your face. There's no air holes or anything. You just keep it on there until you get back to your birth weight. Once you shed all that stubborn soul existence weight you have, you'll be good to go. You know, the goal is birth weight. Get back to that birth weight. Now, this is actually about hook grip. Something actually relevant and cool as far as I'm concerned, I guess. So, kind of a short video. I'm not going to go ballistic. I get off on rants and being a dumbass a lot of times. So, just getting right down to the nitty-gritty parts of it. A lot of people do a hook grip incorrectly, and I'm going to show the incorrect way to do it and a way I found that I can hold a ton of weight. And I don't have giant, bear paws of I don't have catcher's mitts on the end of my arms. A hook grip's kind of out of the question. If you do have tiny hands, delicate, small, feminine hands, that will make it very hard. Probably better off alternating your grip. One supinated, one pronated. But for those people, for most people anyway, a hook grip is attainable, and I think it's a lot safer. I think it's a lot better. I switched my grip over the last couple of months now just because I've noticed some imbalances. Just everything on the right side of my body gets locked up. I've got a constant knot just right in my right trap, and then I got these knots under my shoulder blade on my right side. And pretty much every problem I've had from lifting is on, like, in my right hamstring, my right QL, just in my right, like, that multi-fittest triangle area and stuff. And I don't want to have to deal with it anymore. And hook grip's actually been helping tremendously. The only thing I've noticed switching over is I've been having a lot more elbow pain in my left arm. Just kind of discomfort and stuff like that. It's feeling a lot better because that's usually my supinated hand when I pull, and now that it's turned over, my arm's not used to being straight. So I mean, when you look at anatomical position, everybody's got a little bow that bows out a little bit from just from the elbow down and everything. So just going from just that little position where I'm used to that, I've been pulling like this for about 15 years or so, give or take, to switch into a double overhand. That has just changed it just enough to cause a little bit more tension in some places that aren't used to it yet. But anyway, that's getting a lot better. I can do a whole nother video on just elbow stuff from changing your deadlift grip. I'm not going to do it right now. Anyway, so big take-homes from the hook grip video I'm doing right now. I'm going to show some stuff in just a second. But you want to build a cradle. You don't want to wrap a strap. What I mean by that is a lot of people go to do their hook grip where they pull their fingers around and just try to pull it like right on the distal part of their thumb, just right behind that knuckle there, and then that's how they crank their hand in. That's how they pull it in. They do a little, hey guys, I'm all messed up. That's not that distal part of your thumb is not designed to do any kind of inversion, eversion, any kind of deviation from that point. There's no give there. I mean, it's just a straight up hinge joint where it's designed to pull the hammer back on a pistol, and that's about it. So, our opposable thumbs are what separate us from the apes running around in the jungles and everything. But so what I mean by build a cradle, don't wrap a strap is you're not cranking in on that distal part of your thumb and you're not wrapping a strap. What you want to do is take your index finger, you want to put it right over the bulk of that joint, and there's a little natural curve right there where that little epicondyle just kind of makes a spot that's just perfect for your finger to fit in. And again, some of these suggestions won't work for people who have tiny baby hands. But the majority of people, like I said, I don't have huge paws or anything, but I can still get around a bar, and I'm not just stopping right at the distal part of it. I'm actually taking my finger and I'm wrapping it over top of that joint, because now if you put a little bit of torque above that distal joint, above that the furthest distal joint from the rest of your hand, now all of a sudden this is an area that's designed to deal with a little bit of torque. This area is not. So you hear a lot hear a lot of people, oh, my thumb hurts, my thumb's killing me, especially the end, like my thumb. Well, you're holding it all wrong. And that's kind of something that doesn't really get exaggerated enough, that you need to be behind that joint when you're locking your fingers in. So I'm going to show a crappy way to do it and a good way to do it in just 1 second here. And then, when all else fails, hold on really hard. That's hard is lowercase for the most part, most of the word anyway, because I'm dyslexic. I don't know. Just squeeze the bar really fucking tight, and you probably won't drop it. That's a good hamburger train-ism right there. So let me, I'm going to reset up the camera. I'm going to put it over in the rack. I'm going to set it up in a position where you can see a crappy grab and a good grab for a hook grip.